Good evening, everyone. This is Gil at Camp Patton Family Compound. And with me tonight, got Tammy from Rebel Canners and Mark from Chef Tech. And this is the Monday Night Fireside Chat. And our topic tonight is preserving citrus fruit. And how's everybody doing out there? Now, let's see. I've got some people coming in, so let's go over here and say hi to everybody. All right. First one in was Shady Hill Homestead, then Troop 1351, followed by Walt Rogers and Phelan Klein Wolf. And Angels Homestead, Diana 2. And Lewis, it's the Marshmallow Man. Oh, and Lewis put up, he's been a member for 11 months on your side, Tammy.
Side. Yeah. That's why I gave him the big heart.
And he's checking in on my side too. So glad I just ate. And let me switch here a little bit. There we go. Since Mark's not showing his face, if I put something across his face, he's not going to take offense.
Offense? You're putting a fence across my face? Don't do that.
No, I'm putting a fence across. I'm putting a fence across the border. You know.
I prefer just a nice basic post. Okay.
Yeah. Someone took down the post because someone took offense at it.
Yes.
And Mother Earth Garden Club just came in. And all right, Diana Q went over and hopped on your side as well. And Shady Hill Homestead is doing double duty on both sides. All right. Okay, so in preparation for this one, I just remembered back to when I was 14-ish, before I graduated high school. I remember the stuff we got at Easter one year in the eggs for the older kids to hunt for. We had 3 age groups for hunting for eggs. And at the time, I was in the older group. And opened them up, and there was all this, I don't know what else to call it, but candy citrus. They took the stuff, dehydrated a little bit, rolled it in sugar, dehydrated a little bit. And, oh, man, we had a blast of that stuff.
Yes, it was good stuff until you realize what's in it. But anyway.
Well, all it was just like, it was orange slices or pineapple chunks or tangerine slices or even lemon slices rolled in sugar and dehydrated.
Yep. Go ahead, Tammy.
Yeah, or citron. And I'm just going over here going, ooh, because that's all the stuff that they put in the fruit cake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, this was back. All right. Got to count back. This is about 71, 72-ish.
Years ago, or?
No, 1971, 1972.
So it was in the 30s.
Not 1871.
I know you did.
Oh, no, it was that long ago. No, my mom and dad hadn't even met yet. I love fruitcake. That was Diana too. But yeah, I think of that stuff. So there's, a whole bunch, think of all the citrus fruit and stuff. I guess people don't usually consider pineapple citrus fruit, but, it's acidic. Granted, it doesn't grow on a tree, it grows on a bush. But
it does come in the winter, so we're going to put it in that lump of category of fruits that we harvest and come into season here in the winter.
Yeah.
Unless you're in California, then they're year round.
Just about. And actually, we've had oranges. We've had oranges on a couple of the trees year round, because basically in the springtime, all of a sudden the blossoms start coming out. And wait a minute, we still got 20 oranges on there to pick.
I used to live in Florida.
Yeah.
And you could walk out and pick one right off the tree, your own tree. And there's so many citrus fruits that we never really cover or know unless you live. ship well. So unless you live right there, you don't get them.
Yeah. I'm forgetting. I think it was a Friday or the Friday before where I gave out the secret of where citrus fruits came from. Japan.
Yeah, you told us that the
Just-
other day.
So, yeah. Oh, see, Mother's Garden Club has thunderstorms. Yeah, we were supposed to have some rain, and it disappeared last night before it actually rained. So, but anyways,
I think it evaporated here.
Yeah. all the different citrus fruits and stuff, or actually, let me put it this way: the common American citrus fruits, oranges, a whole bunch of different types of oranges, tangerines, lemons, about 6 varieties of lemons or so, grapefruit, several varieties of grapefruit, pineapples. I know I'm just sort of drawing a blank here. There are a few others that are probably
Tangelos,
okay.
tangerines.
Yeah, tangerines,
Grapefruit.
yeah. So yeah, there are a bunch of them, and to preserving this, there like we're gonna hit it. Yeah, you can can the juices. I don't know what if you'd want to can the fruit itself. How you go about?
I have a fun fact for that.
Yeah, other than seeing mandarin oranges in cans in the store.
Yep.
I haven't seen anything else canned, commercially or not.
So when you open that can of mandarin oranges, which my kids love them, I like them. What do you notice is missing off those little orange segments? The skin.
Seeds?
No, the skin.
Yeah.
Pith.
The pith, whatever you want to call it.
The pith.
I have a product. I don't sell it. I bought it 2 years ago. I used it. I overused it because my orange segments kind of fell apart. But I have some. I'm looking at the bottle. I grabbed the bottle out of the fridge, so I'll show it here in a minute whenever you're ready for if you want to make canned oranges, or in my case, I do mandarin oranges.
One of the things just popped into my
It
mind.
works well for grapefruit segments too.
Yeah.
And this is something we probably should address later on, but since it popped into my mind, it's probably going to run off chasing the squirrel down the street. Dehydrated orange juice will last longer being dehydrated, and you can rehydrate to have orange juice. And it probably takes up a lot less space than the frozen concentrate.
Oh, yeah. You can freeze dry it, but ironically, if you're going to freeze dry orange juice, you need to water it down a lot because sugar tends to expand like cotton candy when you freeze dry sugar, or very sweet. So if you water it down, it doesn't expand as much and puff up, but you still lose all the water. So it doesn't matter. You put the extra water in, it all goes away. And then you have powdered orange juice. You just can't, you can put it in a jar with an oxygen absorber and then throw a tablespoon or whatever in your glass and add some water to it till it tastes the way you like it. I never did it, never did the math on it, but it's totally plausible.
Wait a minute. That reminds me of something.
Tang?
Tang, the astronaut drink.
Yeah, that's not freeze dried anything. That's crap.
Isn't it?
And how did, you know what? I'm not going to go there.
I can orange juice. I can grapefruit juice. I can grapefruit segments.
Yeah,
I can blood orange lemonade and Angel's Homestead. I absolutely love blood oranges.
I love canning pineapple chunks in water.
There's a very, very narrow window when we can get them here.
So I saw Lewis's question. How long do lemons last dehydrated in a mason jar?
It depends on the water content left in them still.
Yeah.
And I mean, you can vacuum seal it, but you're not taking all the oxygen. It's removing a lot of it, and it can still spoil, go bad, do weird things.
Yeah. So, to me, dehydrating is friggin' froze. Dehydrating is sort of like making jerky. It's only going to keep so long.
Exactly.
And it's not. And to me, it's more like, oh, I'm making candy. Whether you're dehydrating lemons, pineapples, grapefruit, which I've come to really like, and oranges, of course, and tangerines and tangelos and limes. We forgot to mention limes. There's a lime right here too, so we got to mention limes.
I eat grapefruits like an orange. I peel them, I segment them, and I eat them. Everybody's like, "Ew, how can you do that?" Because everybody's used to having their, morning grapefruit that was cut in half, and the segments were cut out with a knife, and somebody put a little maraschino cherry in the middle of it, and they dump sugar on it anyway because it's so bitter. Yeah, I grew up on that stuff. Now it's like I just like red ruby grapefruits. I just eat them like an orange.
I'm sorry, Mark. Something just jumped in my mind when you said that. You said cutting slices out. No. We had that special little spoon for grapefruits. You stick it in there. You had to be careful because if you did it wrong, it's like, I got it in the eye. Or someone else at the table goes, you got me.
No, I had a grapefruit knife. It had the little curved end on it and the serrated edges. And you would run it around the rim, and then you would take another knife and you would cut down in between the segments. So after you were done eating it with your 8 pounds of sugar on there and a maraschino cherry, you squeezed it into a glass because there was still so much sugar in there. It just tasted like sugar or grapefruit water, and drank it.
Yeah. All right, Glenn's here out of the garden. And all right, so Sandy says I won't preserve citrus, allergic to lemon, and grapefruit doesn't work well with my meds. Yeah.
Yeah, grapefruit and a lot of heart meds don't go well together.
Yeah. And Glenn says, "Arr, matey, give me the rum." But the thing is, too, something like this, even if you happen to wind up with a tree or something that's producing one of these things you can't yourself eat, doesn't mean you can't go through the process and trade it to someone else right now. Someone else probably go, "Oh, you got oranges? I got apples. I got grapes. You can trade stuff around."
Yep. So hey, I'm going to turn my camera on. You want to make me big?
Okay, hang on. Where are you there? There's to make you big.
Yeah. So I take my oranges after I peel them, and you notice there's all the white. You have the skin on each segment. Well, I'm going to eat that one. I get no money out of these people. I just found them online. It's what is it? Pectinex Pectinex. So it's I forget what the amount is. It's like 2% or 5% per water, and then you take all your orange segments and you drop them in a bowl, and you add your mix of Pectinex and the water, and it takes all that skin off of it. So you have like the perfect orange segments, or lemon or lime, and then you can them. And I did that. Oh, wow, I didn't shave. Holy crap. I'm off today, so hey,
Yeah. the white, but they got all those different ones you like. It was this morning. It has like Sam's
Plastic.
all right, Tammy King. YouTube popped up on my. Hey, it's the message quick to, but the rest of us are still frozen and really buffering bad.
Oh well, might have to cut it short then.
Yeah.
Put up
The banner going across the bottom, it goes a little bit and stops, and then it jumps almost all the way across.
So make a comment and post the comment and just say sorry for the poor internet. We'll resume next week or something.
Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna have to do here. Hang on, let me check. I can't. I did. Tammy's back here.
Oh,
All right, Tammy.
Hey,
Can
she's
you hear
in the
me
car.
now?
Yeah, we can hear you now in the car.
Yeah, it's it appears to be YouTube. You know, YouTube is really acting up. The StreamYard's working fine for us.
I had to shut my phone off and turn it back on, and now it will allow StreamYard access to my camera and my mic.
Yeah, you probably had an update and had to restart it.
Sorry,
Yeah.
BP Earthwatch just. I'm watching notifications pop on about a major solar storm tonight again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we may be hitting that. Yeah, because I don't know if you, Tammy, if you can see what it looks like on your Facebook side.
I cannot now because I left the camper.
Yeah.
The computer. I'm back on the phone.
Yeah. It's really bad. I think, like Mark's saying, we may have to, Shady Hill Homestead, it's getting some better. And I can see my picture over here, I'm moving a little bit faster, but it's still a bad case of max headroom.
Nice. Oh man, look at that! The raccoon is frozen. He's not moving at all.
Yeah.
Now you're both fine for me now.
Yeah,
StreamYard were good, but it's over on YouTube. Everything's screwed up.
Oh, this is lemon extract or orange extract. I'm not sure which at the moment. This is orange.
Yeah.
What is that? Just oranges and alcohol?
Vodka. Yeah, to make extract. So don't throw your peels away. I heard Gil say throw the peels in the compost. No. They go in extract, and you dehydrate them and use them as cooking spices.
Well, I'm saying the grandkids, when they peel an orange, they scrape the inside of the orange skin on the white off of it and eat that.
Yeah, I'm not putting that in anything.
Yeah. So that goes in the compost. We ain't, they lick that. No, we ain't using that.
Yeah, if you're gonna make an extract though, you got to get all the white pith off of there.
Yeah.
Yeah, or it'll be bitter.
It gets bitter.
All right. It looks like both YouTubes are back up and running here. The one I had to end up both way behind. So let me hit the live on that one. Okay, we're live and it's moving again. All right, folks, we're moving again, it appears. Yeah, we're better now. You're back, yes.
We didn't talk about, I preserve citrus in honey. I do slices for tea in honey.
Okay.
And then I also do salted lemons. You can use salt to preserve citrus.
How do you do it in honey?
Lemons
You use just the peel, or you use the orange slice segments, or what?
You cut the lemons in quarters, but you don't cut all the way through to the end. You leave part of it. You put salt in the inside. You put those in your jar, and you keep adding more, and then you put juice and salt on top of them. I got a whole
Are we
series
talking
of videos.
Honey or salt?
You just do slices like you would for your tea. Just real 1/4-inch slices, real thin on the mandolin, and put those in honey.
Oh, okay. Just slices with the skin on it still, or the
The
peel.
whole thing. I do the whole thing in honey because it's so sweet. The honey's so sweet you don't notice the pith.
Right. Oh, okay. No, and then you do the
And
other
the
one. Cut it
pith
down,
is where the vitamin C is, so you really want the pith when you're doing the tea because you're doing it, especially for the winter.
right.
And when you dehydrate them, you don't take the pith off.
Now,
If
when
you're
you do it,
making
salt, that's when you cut it down, but you leave it like one of those flowers. You don't cut it all the way; it just splits
Yep.
open, and then you just pour
like a
salt on
blooming
it.
onion,
That's
only
it.
in quarters.
Okay.
You just keep pouring salt on it.
Yeah, there's a proportion. I did a video. I don't know it off the top of my head because I only do it about every 2 years. Somebody gives me a bag of lemons. What do you do with a whole bag of lemons? So I start.
You pull up the recipe book and go, bag of lemons. Okay, this is what I do.
Yeah, I do the Moroccan salted lemons every 2 years, and they keep good enough that by the time I've used them all and it's been about 6 months, then I'm like, yep, I'm ready for some more in my cooking.
I want to see if I can do this without screwing us up here.
Oh.
Okay. We're going to see if it'll work here. See if I can show it to you here. Trying to get this to work right. Okay. I got to go that way just a little bit. There we go.
I'm gonna
All right.
like
This,
auction back in the fridge. I'll be right back.
so this tree right here, that tall one right there, that's a lemon tree. See all the lemons on it?
Ooh.
I mean, it has that many lemons on it all the time, at least. And when it's, I can tell right now that it's also loaded with a bunch of green ones on there too. But that's the lemon tree at the house there in California. And my wife puts bags of those down at the curbside, or she puts a box down there with a bunch of the bags so they can people can take however many they want. But let's see if I can. No. Dang it. I didn't say I wanted to do that. Let's get back here. Got to move it a little bit. There we go. Yeah. So that's the that lemon tree there is just, that was froze off before we bought it, the place in '87. And so when it came back, when it was starting to come back, but it wasn't even to the top, to the roof line right here. It wasn't even that tall as the thing there. And we've hacked it down the roof line about 6 times so far, and it just keeps going up, and massive lemons everywhere. So whatever the rootstock is on a lemon, it produces lemons about that big around.
Wow.
And yeah, it's absolutely. It may be a Ponderosa lemon rootstock. I don't know. But it's huge lemons. So, but yeah, that's if I ever get some lemons up here, I'm going to take a cutting the night before I come up here, put the end in some water stuff, and bring it up here, and then cut it a little farther up and graft it onto the lemon trees once I get lemon trees up here in the shop.
Cool.
Because I want at least one branch that'll produce that size lemons.
Nice.
So Tammy, let's go
Yes.
back to preserving citrus. So if I'm canning, say, pineapple, well, pineapple's not really a citrus, but it's high acid. But if I'm canning, say, orange slices or segments, no skin, I just cut it up, and I want to put them in a jar. How do I do that?
Well, first of all, you soak them in pectinase because you said you didn't get any skin, but you did. So first of all, you soak them overnight in pectinase, which is an enzyme that will take off any pith you missed, anything that makes it bitter. And then you pack them in a light syrup and you water bath them in a jar in their jars for 15 to 20 minutes. I can't remember the time. I was supposed to look it up, but we had driver's training before this, so it's been a while since I've done segments. I usually just do juice, and juice is 15 minutes.
Did you like just look up pectinase or something when I was like, or are you just saying that because I said it?
No, I'm yelling at you. Is that pectinase? Is that pectinase? And you couldn't hear a thing I said.
Oh, sorry. Yes, that's
Yeah.
what it is.
So I have no idea what you said because you sounded like a robot to me. I could hear maybe every other vowel, no consonants. It was bizarre. And so I'm like, yep, this isn't going to work. I don't have any internet in the camper and it's hot and I'm grumpy. And so.
Yeah. So it's I can go get the bottle and show it again if you want.
I have the powder. I've never seen the liquid. That's why I was asking because I've never seen it, as a liquid. I just keep the powder. I just ordered it off Amazon, whichever, and yeah.
Ooh, okay. In the 1945 Kerr canning book,
One of my favorites.
let's see here if I can. Hang on here. Or what? Okay.
Is there a full page of marmalade?
Candied grapefruit or orange peel.
Mm-hmm.
Candied pineapple, cherries, blah blah blah. Where's I saw other ones here on it.
You know, up on the top status bar, you have the plus and minus. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know, but I'm trying to make sure before I go and
you can scroll it around now with the bar on the side. There you go.
Yeah, there's.
Oops.
I was
And
afraid it was going to
grapefruit
do
peel.
that.
They take a lot of work, just so you know.
Yeah, well.
This thing here is just jumping.
Hey, times.
There's the times.
There we go.
Oh.
But yeah, here's the recipes for. I don't want to go. If I get too close to the bottom, it jumps to the next page. So there we go. That's the bottom. So you got the candied grapefruit and oranges, which probably orange peel, which means probably the same thing for lemon and tangerines and everything else. I don't see anything about pineapple though. Wait, I did. Wait, pineapple was up here, right?
Yeah,
you called it off.
Yeah, candied pineapple and apple. Yeah. But yeah, if I go on this thing here, let's take it back down here for a second to page size. There we go. And I take it all the way back to the back to the index. And the index doesn't have the. Yeah, I went past that. There we go. So oranges, orange jelly, orange or lemon pectin.
Yeah, you can take the seeds of citrus and use it to make your own pectin.
Yeah. So if anybody wants a copy of this, email me and I'll send you the PDF to you. Or you can go hunting for it on Rebel Canner's Facebook page.
Yep. In the group.
And Howie's here.
Howie is our expert lemon tree grower.
Yeah, he grows them indoors.
Yeah. Kitchen.
My cats, I've tried it, and they get up about 6-8 inches, and the cats eat them.
What?
My cats will eat every lemon tree I try to grow.
Because I know, what we put out at Christmas time, so we put out orange peels and lemon peels out to chase the cats away from the Christmas tree.
Well, they like the tree. They like the green of the tree. I don't know what it is. Once it gets up about 6 inches, I've done it twice now. The first time I thought it was a fluke and maybe just something else, and no, it's twice now. I caught the cat.
Maybe it's like lemon flavored catnip or something.
They're just chewing on it. I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, Ginger Ninja also came in on your side too.
Hey, Ginger Ninja.
Yeah. So there are, preserving citrus isn't that hard. and it can be exciting and fun. And if you are going to are going to sugar it, I would recommend making sure you're using pure cane sugar.
Yes.
And it's usually
Frozen.
cheaper. It's usually cheaper to buy anything citrus in January and February. So if you watch for it to go on sale first of the year, that's usually when, at least here in Michigan, when it's on sale and when you can find it the easiest.
Which I think is interesting is like during Christmas time, we always got an orange in our stockings.
So did I.
I
Growing
got
up, we got,
orange apple and nuts.
and
Yeah.
I got a pack of Lifesavers. Every year it was an orange, a giant candy cane,
Mhm.
some nuts, and
Yeah.
the box of Lifesavers with every flavor.
And crayons. Don't forget the crayons.
No, we weren't
Yeah.
Marines.
No, I got crayon. I didn't need them. I just got them. I think I still have
No.
most.
The other thing we got was Hershey's Kisses. A bunch of loose Hershey Kisses dumped
We
in
never
there.
got that.
Do you
I
know
never-
those
I never
cream
got-
to mint candies?
Yeah.
That's what my mom would give me for. That's because I like those better, so we would get those. And my mom always had some of those.
And I got to be and Myra Page just came in on your side, and Tammy Harder.
Hi, thank you.
I got to be politically correct on this. We'd also get in our stockings walnuts and Brazil nuts.
Yes.
Yes.
And in
Good
Brazil,
job.
they call them nuts.
And so,
And when you dumped your stocking out to get that last little tiny thing that mom stuck in the tip of the stocking and made you empty it, the oranges went in the fruit bowl and the nuts went in the nut bowl.
Yeah.
And you ate them anyway, but at some point
the nuts went in the nut bowls, but our fruit was ours. And pity the person who tried eating my orange.
ours went right back in the fridge. We just walked into the kitchen, dropped it in the fruit bowl, because then Monday morning would come around, we just grab one, throw it in our lunch bag, and go to school.
Myra, they're really high in fat, so you have to pickle them. I have seen one recipe to pickle them. That's
Pickle
the only
what?
recipe. Avocado.
Oh, okay. I freeze dry them, but that's another story.
They're really high in fat, though. They don't freeze dry very well, do
Yeah, they do.
It's a different type of fat.
Okay, fair enough. It is a different kind of fat.
Yeah. Now, but if it was high in lard or tallow, yeah, it'd be a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, no, I literally I'll cut up an avocado and chunks, like, sliced chunks, and I'll spray a little bit of lemon juice water on them so they don't turn brown, and I throw them right in the freeze dryer, and they come out, they're like avocado crisps. And when I make them, the wife just eats them. She's like, she'll eat the equivalent of like 2 avocados in a sitting. I'm like, honey, do you know how much avocado you just ate? She's like, I don't care. They're good.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to sleep downstairs
healthy.
because you're going to be in a bathroom all night at this point.
And that is one. Citrus is one of the reasons why I want to get a freeze dryer once we got citrus trees growing up here in Idaho.
Actually, I did that. I freeze dried. I did the pectinase on my orange slices because I wanted the skin off so the freeze dryer would work better. It works, but there's so much because when you take the water away, there's sugar. And when you put it in your mouth, the initial bite is a crunch, and then your teeth stick together. Pineapple does the same thing. Oh yeah, it's like chewing on a Jolly Rancher when it's warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. The flavor's awesome. All the nutrition's all there, but they just go as soon as they rehydrate in your mouth, they go instant gummy in your teeth. So I mean, they're good.
That's why you don't chew them. You put it in your cheek like tobacco chew, and you let it rehydrate there, and you just suck on on it, and you get the juice back out of and then after a while, then you can chew on it.
Yeah, let me know how that works for you.
It works great. I mean, I had to teach the grandkids how to do it because we had a can of freeze dried pineapple chunks. Oh man, they love it.
Oh yeah, and they
no, you guys, you don't chew on it. Put it between your teeth and your cheek and let it rehydrate and get soft again before you start chewing it.
Now, my mother-in-law would rehydrate it in a glass of, and I can't remember what it was called.
Bourbon.
Yeah, well, basically a bourbon. It was like a peanut butter bourbon. And she didn't, yeah, whatever. It's what she liked. And, she was living here to the end. So whenever she wanted, I would just go get some freeze-dried fruits in that and drop them in her glass. She would just drink her drink with a fork.
All right, everybody pay attention. Howie says citrus can be grown in a container wherever you live, unless you have cats. That was me. They like misting every day, and they like fertilizer 9-12-8, sandy soil as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got to give it another try. They're easy to start. Mine started right away. It's just, and I got them right up there. So
What you may want to do is get some sort of like a little cage or something to put over it till it gets big enough that'll survive the cats.
Yeah, like an electrified scream.
yeah. Well, the funny thing is, my cats are in a catio now, so everything is safe from the cats.
Hang on. Did you guys get the Lifesaver books?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Butter rum was my dad's favorite flavor, so he always stole my butter rum.
That's right. I gave my dad my butter rum. I couldn't stand it.
I'm trying to remember. I think it's the peppermint that we save for nighttime. Because we all get a peppermint one ready. We put it in there and bite it with our lips open, and you see sparks.
See the sparks.
Yep.
Cool.
That's what those Moroccan salted lemons. You put them in your stir fry or your rice right before you're ready to serve it, and it gives it a lot of pop.
Yeah. Okay. I can see some on the side here. I can see some buffering starting up, and we're near the end of the time anyway. So I'm just going to go ahead and give out what's going on this week. Tomorrow night on Gray Man Prepping is creating a working budget. Thursday night's the Midnight Ride. Friday back here is Livestock Babies. Gray Man Prepping on Saturday is after the Constitution is revoked. What are your plans? Next Monday here is to blanch or not to blanch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what's coming up in the next week. You're busy this week, right, Tammy?
Actually, I might be able to go on Thursday.
Thursday?
No, Nope, I can't. I have to work Thursday. Nope. I'm working at my second job on Thursday. Nope.
Yeah. And coming up for those that are near Ohio, in Ohio,
Millersburg.
begins with an M. What's the city town again?
Millersburg.
Millersburg, Ohio, for the Food Summit on the 18th and 19th?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, 18th and 19th.
It's a Wednesday and Thursday in
Yeah.
June.
So
I'll be there. Tammy will be there. Look. If you go there, look for the little blue Ranger with Maryland license plates on it in the tent sites on the way in. That's me.
Courtney's going to be there too, right?
Courtney and Dustin, yep.
All right. So there's going to be several YouTube channels there as well.
Roberta's Artistic Adventures. Roberta will probably be there. And Bushcraft Family will be there.
And I would love to go, but right now we are busy.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Well, at that week, I will probably be in California that week, loading up the truck to bring more stuff up here.
You just have to watch Tammy's live while I'm streaming it for her.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark's going to be my
You
photographer
got
this
two
year.
of them. You got me and Uncle Richard. We're both going to be
Oh,
there.
yes, I forgot.
I
Richard
got
will
two
be there too.
GoPros and a phone, so plus your phone if you want me to. I don't care.
You can have my phone.
Yep.
That thing goes off constantly, and it's acting up today.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into my phone book. I couldn't to see my contacts.
I don't know if we'll be able to live stream it, but I'll definitely record it on. I'll get you all the video for it so you can pop it up on your page here.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
They will be. We have to be careful because they will be filming it. It does get put on the Superbs page.
Oh, that's
So-
fine. I mean, I'm using a little tiny GoPro. They'll think I'm just taking my own video.
Yeah, you just gotta not stand in front of her camera. That's
Oh,
all.
I won't stand in front of anybody. I'm good. I'm tall. I'm 6 foot and change. Richard's same as height as me. So
Yeah.
We got you. We got you.
All right, so that's some of the stuff coming up here. The Monday of the summit, Tammy's going to be driving, so she won't be up here. And actually, that is the 6th year anniversary of Camp Family Compound on YouTube. So I'll be doing an anniversary show that Monday. So that's it.
I will be here. I just won't be.
Live.
Yeah, I'll be in the live.
Okay,
on
I thought you said you were going to be traveling on Monday.
No, I'll already be there.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm not leaving until Tuesday morning or
All right.
Tuesday midday. So it's like a 4.5 hour drive for me. So I'll get out there, set up tent, and I might just record the trip going out there. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah. So anyway, in 2 weeks, I'll be showing some ancient clips, some of my first videos, so you can all roll on the floor, laughing and beating on the floor. And my attempts to video some of the stuff going on around here, and you'll see some of the grandkids 5 years ago or 6 years ago. Yeah, the size they were. So, yeah. Stream is breaking up again. Yeah, I see it acting up over here.
Yeah, I'm watching on my phone. It's doing goofy stuff.
Yeah. All right, everyone. We're going to wrap it up here and say goodbye, and we'll see you hopefully tomorrow night on Gray Man Prepping. Bye.
Have a good night.